another Bunkai strategies. In this week's clip we're going to take a very short look at the move from Gekisai dai ich and ni, where we come along and we touch and chop. And we stood up, and it comes after the point at this end, and we just turn and touch and chop to come to here. Now the reason for this is that people will look at it and say things like you're avoiding a sweep here, and you're going to just raise your foot and then chop him. And what that does, of course, is to ignore the hikite hand. So for me to be in a position where I've got to turn and reach like this, you've got to say, what's that reaching hand going to do? Because it's coming back to the hip to do a job. There's no reason why you should start facing the other way, except that in the kata you start facing the other way. So if you wish the turn in the kata to be an application, then we can have it that way. But you could just start here and go take that and chop here. Well, the chop part is quite reasonable. It's delivered high up. It looks like it goes to the throat, so it is. So what do we need to bring the foot up and down for? Instead of thinking that we're avoiding something, why don't we think that we're connecting with something? So we're going to take it, and it's actually us that does the sweep and us that brings the foot back down. Now, if you deliver those things all at once, of course, the danger is that you end up injuring the person you're working with because they can't support their weight as you go and you take them through the full move. If you manage to get this part, then you might manage to get this part. But if you don't, then the failure rate is great, because it means that if you didn't manage to get it because they've already fallen over or they've already moved away. Either thing is a win-win for us, isn't it? So if I were to start the action facing this way, then it's got to be a hand on the shoulder. Because if it was a punch in the back of the head, then you just got punched in the back of the head and you don't know anything more about it. Let's go for the hand on this shoulder. So from here I'm looking, I see it's not Bob with the 800 quidios. So we reach over, we take this, pull this up, maybe it catches the foot, maybe it doesn't. Maybe the down strike catches the foot, maybe it doesn't, and we chop across here. We just show you that from the other angle so that it's the way it is in the kata and you get to see both sides of it. From here we look across, you take hold of this, bring this foot up. If it manages to catch here, great. If it doesn't, it doesn't. And then this one's going back down here, this one comes in here. So we've got this application to this sequence from Gekisai dai ich, where we're delivering this way, and of course it occurs in the ni version of the kata as well.